Hi, welcome or welcome back. It's Sarah Colors Art, and in today's video we are going to be coloring in the newest Christmas Maria Trolle's book. That's the one, that's the Larousse version, the French version of the book, and that's the picture we are going to color. We're going to use Neocolor IIs. I've got only the 15 set, but I think it's enough. We can manage to color with these. That's wax-based watercolor crayons. Let's get into the picture. We will be starting from the top of the picture. First of all, we need to do some taping. I got the builder's tape. It's for painting rooms in your house. Okay. It's gonna take just a sec. Oh no. I've tried it and it didn't tear off my page. That's what I didn't use the, hold on. Yeah, it's gonna tear up my page. I've tried at the last page and it wasn't that harsh. Maybe harsh. Maybe I just pushed it too well. I was sure it's not gonna tear my page. Never mind, we're gonna use some washi tape. Don't do what I do, do what I say. Just use your washi tape so you don't tear up your page as I did. Never mind. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more space. Like that. So I was thinking about the color palette we're gonna use, and recently I'm into just some yellowish and brownish mixed with blues, which is ideal for our flame. Okay, maybe I'm gonna, hold on, just put the paper on the next page so I'm not gonna mess it up. Okay, so we're ready. First I would go for the yellow. I got, yeah, that's just yellow. If you want to follow me, please do. We're gonna do some yellow around the flame. I'm not a huge user of Neocolors II so far. We're gonna see how it's gonna turn out. They're quite pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. Okay, we're gonna use this That's ochre. We're gonna use this one. Just scribbling, trying to not push too hard into the paper. But I have anyway. I did. Okay. Now we're gonna go for the darkest, it's brown. Maybe in a bigger set there are some fancier names. I'm not sure of it, but probably. These Neocolors II are artist grade wax-based crayons, so they are pigmented and they dissolve in the water well. Okay, then we're gonna activate the lightest part with the yellow. We're gonna go again with this brown crayon. Okay, let's activate a bit. Maybe I can do some. Okay. Go a little bit further. Okay, let's activate it. I don't want to drop too much water on it. Don't want my paper to disintegrate. So we will be slowly doing the gradient of yellow towards ochre, the darker shade in here, just very carefully. I don't want to be too dark right here. I want to be much darker further on from the candle, I'm sorry. Okay. Excuse me. So we're gonna add some more brown. Later on we're gonna, these details, we're gonna go over them with guanwa, I think of gold guanwa pens. If you don't have them, you can use like a gold gel pen, or maybe silver you prefer. Excuse me. I've sharpened my Neocolors with a craft knife. You can sharpen them, and if you don't want to lose any bits, the shavings, you can also use the shavings. That's what I found out on the YouTube from the people that've been using them for a long time, and from the people that don't want to lose a bit of them, but at the same time they want a sharp pencil for some details. So that's easy, you can save them and use them and create after from your shavings some imaginative backgrounds, mixing the colors. But you have to be careful where you're mixing the colors, not to make it too muddy. So you need to know which colors go together and don't make muddy mess. Okay, we're gonna wait for this part to dry, and we're gonna go for the picture underneath. Hold on, I'm gonna just see how the colors work. I think that was too violety. It was ultramarine, but it's quite on a violet side. Okay, let me go for the part in the bottom. We'll be using blue cobalt, and we can go for the ribbon and the greenery with pencils. We can use prisms or maybe Brutfuner squares. Or Faber-Castell polychromos maybe. I will figure out it later. And there are also nuts, very much detailed picture. Okay, I want to go darker at the bottom. And we're gonna go a little bit with blue turquoise. I wonder how long it's gonna take for that to dry. I will clean up my brush. It's clean. Okay. Yeah, going from the lightest color. Here the lightest bit. Want to dissolve first of all, and then we're gonna activate the darkest color. Some cleaning. As you can see, this paper is not best for watercolor media. Unfortunately, it gives you this weird texture on the paper. It makes some kind of like dots come up on the paper. I remember that Lulu Mayo's books, they don't have paper that works well with watercolors, and this one seems to be similar to the Lulu Mayo's paper in this case. Okay, I need to wait for it to dry up, so maybe I can do some shading with pencils. That's my Brutfune squares. That's 120 count of the pencils. That's my swatches. I wonder what we can use. Let me do some swatching on my own and see what colors I will use. Okay, that seems dark, not that dark. And this one is quite dark. Yeah. Then we're gonna need some maybe reds. Maybe these two. Hold on. Yeah, I will use these 3 pencils. I will use this one and maybe, no, that's violet. Too much violet. Let's see what we're gonna use for green. That's a nice color. I love the olivey colors. That's not gonna work. We are going to do the shading for the greenery with some gel pen. I'm wondering where are my gel pens, the white ones. Okay, never mind. We see when it comes to it. The squirrel. Okay. This one. some brownish color. Let's see what we got. This one might be good here. And we don't want a violet in here. Okay. And then we want to color the square. I never know how to pronounce it. Each time I pronounce it in a different way, and I'm always lost how to pronounce it properly. Anyway, let's go with that. Okay. Then I'm gonna drop the pencils on the side. So, where were we? The paper is still damp. It's gonna take a little while for it to dry. Okay, we're gonna go for the greenery. We got this in this color. Where is my sharpener? Right here. And we need some. Okay, very good for now. Now we're gonna go for this dark olive, which is a 078. That's a Brutfuner square pencils. The 120 set. We'll be quick with this one. It's not gonna take us too long to color this. Excuse me. Just a quick coloring. Then we can go into these branches with our white gel pen. You need to be careful if you color on a damp paper. The damp paper resists the crayons, and coloring on the damp paper might cause the paper to disintegrate. Maybe I'm gonna hold on. Where's my light? Excuse me. I will switch on the light because it's getting darker. Give me a second. Okay, that's here. It's only USB port for it to. Okay. To charge it. So it's a little bit weird, but never mind. I'm gonna see. Okay, you can see. Maybe like that. I wonder what plans for Christmas you got. Are you gonna be gathering with your friends or with your family or with both? I got like a little small family, so not many people gonna visit us, or we not gonna visit too many people during Christmas time. So that's a little bit sad. It would be much more fun if we would have more family amongst us. My brother died like 6 years ago, so we no longer spending Christmas with him. That's the saddest part of it all. But definitely we're gonna meet his son, his wife. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Let me know if you have a large family or like I do, just a small. Okay, next color. Maybe we're gonna go for the ribbon. Hold on, I'm gonna swatch them again. See what colors I wanna use. Not necessarily. This one, yeah. Not necessarily. Okay, we've got like 3 colors. Not too bad. Sorry for my sharpener. It's a little bit loud. I got this sharpener not too long ago. That's a crank sharpener by Faber-Castell, and it's very nice sharpener. Does, as you can see, even the square pencils. It's very durable because I've dropped it several times and I thought I'm gonna break it, but I didn't. I was quite surprised because the sharpener is still alive and kicking, even I've dropped it so many times. We're going with the lightest, which is a 012. So that's our lightest color on the ribbon. We're gonna go for the darkest, which is a 018. I'm not gonna be very precise with my coloring today, as it's just a fun page with playing some with Neocolor IIs. So it's not gonna be like an exquisite page by any means. I'm not trying to go too much into details. in this coloring. So yeah. And this one I'm gonna try to be as quick as I possibly can. When I'm not filming, I of course take much more time and it's more relaxed than using pencils or any other media on the camera. On the camera I'm trying to be real quick, so the video is not too long. I'm sure you appreciate it if you watch it at home, because the color alongs these videos don't have, that's the least popular videos. The videos that people really watch are the art supplies and coloring book hauls, then the completed pages videos, but like color alongs, it's not a kind of popular category of videos that people watch. So it's videos you're doing for fun. Yeah, it's getting better. We're gonna go for that background with neocolors again, and we see how we're gonna darken it up. This is this. This one was dark. Okay, so let's go again with where is it? Okay, it's here. Let's go again with brown and add again some brown. We see how this paper gonna take some more layers. Yeah, as I said, Lulu Mayo's books are kind of with a kind of a paper that doesn't take any water media very well, because after using water you can see these dots come up, and you can kind of see how the paper disintegrates within using the water, and similar thing happens in here. I can see it already. But let's not give up. Let's try our best. I want to really darken up the background further on from the candle flame. We're gonna go again from the lightest color here, from the yellow through the ochre and then to the brown. it's gonna be dry, we can gonna try to add some color, and we see how it's gonna go. Again, some more yellow in here. And here as well. And then our middle color, which is the ochre. A bit here. That's my first page colored in this book, so I'm not really familiar with this paper, how it works with water media, but from what I can see so far, it's not really created for water media. Doesn't work too well with water, but we see how it's gonna go. Let's try it. I've tried my tape, like the painters put tape on the back of this book, and it didn't tear the page down. And as you could see, when I tried it on this page, it started to tear off the page. So you never know. It's all trial and error, I suppose. Sometimes things can go either way. That's just life. Okay. Let's try some water again. Here's my towel. Let's start from the lightest, from our yellow. We're going into the middle tones. Okay. We don't wanna, we going like that to keep our light colors still light, to prevent them from getting too dark. I'm trying not to go over at the same place with the brush, so the paper won't tear off on me. No, this paper just doesn't work with water very well. Okay. Let's let it dry, and we're gonna go and what we will do. Hold on. Maybe we can go for some nuts. That was 025 and this one is 021. If you want to follow, feel free to do so. We're not gonna work for too long on these nuts, but we need to add some darker tones on the nuts. I'm sorry, but my stomach is grumbling. So I wonder what you're coloring this winter season. When you're gonna start to color for the next season, how long you think you will color for winter, and how soon you're gonna start to color for Easter, for example. I know I'm ahead of myself a little bit, but yeah, I'm wondering how people color the seasons, how long, for how long. We can add some, hold on, another lamp. It's gonna be even brighter in here. Let's do it like that, so we won't see this much shade on it. Okay. She's so cute. Okay. Let's go with this one. That's 050. That's gonna be our lightest color. Then we're gonna go with 004. Okay. On the surfaces, it's already dry. gonna go and try to add some more water to the picture, and we're gonna see how it's gonna work out. I'm really trying to be speedy. So I concentrate on the picture. Okay, next one gonna be this one, that's 005. I'm gonna sharpen it. Okay, maybe we're gonna get back a little bit with this brown again. I really wanted to do a dark background. It doesn't quite work like that, but we're gonna see. We're gonna add some more and see how it's gonna go. I would add also the ochre a little bit, because I feel like it will improve the all around this picture. And I would add also some, hold on, let me try that. We see how they're gonna work together. The blue with the brown. Not much left. Again, let's try again. Some darker brown and a bit of blue. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's also a copy paper, so not a paper to mixed color on. I'm wondering what else we can do from now. Okay, let's get back to the orange. Sorry, I need a snack. Got some chocolate with hazelnuts. That's good. So this orange, it was 005. And now we're gonna go for 021. Oops. I let broke off. And we're gonna add some more 050, which is a orange yellow. Okay, so that's that for now.